Welcome to Dad Got This. What are we cooking today? Stuffed pork loin. Pork loin can get a little dry, a little hard to get the flavor all the way through it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna butterfly it. We're gonna stuff it with prosciutto, some spices, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and it's gonna be fantastic. Super simple, quick and easy, multiple ways you can cook this when you're done with it. We're gonna throw it in the air fryer on the rotisserie, see how that comes out. Haven't used the rotisserie in my air fryer in a little while. Wanted to do that. Let's get to prepping our pork loin.
This is about a 2-pound pork loin. It's exactly what'll fit inside my air fryer. Now we wanna take some of the excess fat off there, but leave a good amount. Fat is flavor. But there was just a little bit too much on the top, so I got rid of it. To butterfly it, you're gonna cut about a 1-inch slice off the side. And then you're basically going to unroll the pork as you run the knife along it, kinda unwrapping the pork loin, if that makes sense. Try to stay consistent with the thickness until you get all the way at the end. Now we're gonna put our pork loin inside a plastic bag and pound the junk out of it. This will help flatten it, and using this side, it helps tenderize the pork loin. It's gonna make it more even and flat so it cooks all the way through nice and even. Dad likes to put some cross cuts on the inside of the pork. This is gonna help our spices penetrate and work their way deeper into the meat. Speaking of spices, we are gonna go with some sea salt, fresh ground black pepper, granulated onion or onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of dried basil, a little bit of ground thyme. Now, if you have fresh herbs, you can totally use fresh herbs. They will kick this up a nice little notch. And then I use a little bit of oil that just kind of helps mix everything in there and helps me work that seasoning all the way into the meat. Now, make sure you season both sides. Always season both sides of anything you're cooking. Now we're gonna take a generous amount of minced garlic and spread it out over the loin. This is prosciutto. We are gonna layer this with some prosciutto. This will add a little bit of fat and extra flavor. Just spinach, basic spinach. A healthy amount of mozzarella cheese or mozzarella, depending on how you say it. And now we are just going to roll this into a nice little package. Stuff all that stuff in there if you can, as much as you can. Get in there. Come on. And now you have a nice little meat package. We're gonna need to tie this up with some butcher twine. Dad likes to do the cross pull, spin, and knot. That seems to be the best technique that I have for doing this. And we're just gonna throw a random amount on there, enough to keep it nice and tight. Cut off the excess string, and you're ready to go. This is the rotisserie stick that comes with my air fryer. It just has this little spiky end that you twist on the end, stick it in. Now make sure when you do this, push that little prong all the way in so it's nice and tight. And then you put the other one on the other side and tighten it down. Ready to go in the air fryer. We're gonna throw this in the air fryer at 350 degrees on the rotisserie setting. You may be asking yourself, what is that thing? That is a digital wireless meat thermometer called the Meat Stick. It's fantastic. It helps you know exactly the temperature your meat is at all times, and you can monitor it from your phone.
Holy cow, that rotisserie made fast work of this thing. 51 minutes for a 2-pound roast to hit 145 degrees internal temperature. Don't be scared of a little bit of pink in your pork. As long as you cook it to a 145 degree internal temperature, it's completely safe. But right now, I want to check this pork out. Oh man. That is good. Now, if you don't like garlic, you can back off on the garlic. Dad has never been accused of having bland tasting food. Trust me, I like a big punch of flavor. You get a big punch of garlic, you get the spice from the thyme and the basil. Oh, that is fantastic. And it's tender. And it's tender because the prosciutto has, like, I don't know, infused a little fat in through it. Take another bite. Perfectly seasoned, nice and tender, juicy, amazingly easy pork. Took 50 minutes. This whole thing takes maybe a little over an hour if you weren't filming a video to go ahead and cook and wait for it to cook. I mean, that's prep, that's cook time, that's everything. This is a quick, easy meal you guys can get on the table for family. And trust me, they will like you for it. If you don't like your pork this tender, you want it to be a little bit more white and cooked through, cook it to 165. It will not be as juicy, it will not be as tender, but that's your option. Please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, sharing the video. That really helps out the channel. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. Dad may make the quickest and most flavorful pork loin he's ever had in his life, but Dad doesn't do an outro. So that's it. Bye.